Welcome to the Salon Scheduler training on working with credit cards with the scheduler. Now, there's two primary ways that you're going to use a credit card with the scheduler. One is for customers who book online, like they use your booking site, and they use a credit card or you require their credit card. The other way is if you book an appointment in the salon and you want to get their card information over the phone. Okay, I'm going to explain to you both. Let's start with working with a credit card for customers that book online. What you want to do is tap the three-line menu in the top left, choose the settings button. After it does the audit, you want to choose merchant settings and you want to choose online scheduling. Okay, the relevant settings, first you want to make sure if your bank accepts Amex and Discover, make sure those two are set to yes. Then require credit card on hold, you want to set that to a yes. Okay, and if you're going to charge at the time of the booking, you would set this charge deposit at time of booking to yes, okay? If you don't, then we're not going to charge them at the time of the booking, but we're going to take their card, keep it on file, and you can charge them if they're a no-show or if they have a late fee that you want to assess, okay? Next, you want to set this default deposit charge. See, it's set right here. You can set it to 50% or you can set it to $20, any amount that you want right here. If it's zero, then we're not going to ask for a card on file. So make sure it's non-zero, okay? Last thing you want to do is set the card on hold in Salon to yes. You set that to yes, meaning that you want to, for appointments you set up in the salon, you want to be able to take card information over the phone, okay? Now, after you set these things up, this default deposit charge, you can also change it for services, each individual service. Let me show you real quick how to do that, okay? You would tap on the service settings after the audit is finished, okay? And current services or services by category. And you can pick a service. I'm just going to pick one right here. And see right here, it says hold amount, okay? If this is a non-zero amount, then it's going to override the default deposit amount that you set, okay? So you have a default amount, and then any individual service that you want to have a different amount for, you can change it to dollars or percent for that, okay? By the way, remember, you can't set a percent hold either the default or for a service if it's a variable priced item. That just doesn't make any sense. We don't know the price of it, so we can't hold a percent. We can't even tell the customer what percent. So if it's a variable priced item, make sure the hold amount is a fixed dollar amount. Okay. Now, after you set up your settings, as we've shown here, then what you want to do is book in the salon or online. Okay. So what we're going to do is demonstrate first for booking online. Okay, so you want to go ahead and this is an example demo site. The customer is first going to pick their service, and in this case there's a 50% service fee. They're going to pick the date next, and they're going to give the name information, phone number, email, everything. Okay, now next we're going to ask for a card number, and you can whatever the card information is here. I'm not going to put any, but these fields right here go directly to Clover, which makes it super secure. We never see the card information. Only Clover sees the card information in an encrypted state. Okay, so it's very secure. But this card information, if you were to tap Book Now, then what Clover does is they validate the card, they validate the expiration date, they validate the security code and the zip code. So they do an extreme validation on the card. Then they do a balance check and make sure that the card is actually has a ability to be charged. Okay, and after all that's done, then they'll send back an approval, and we will save this card information on file for the customer, so that if they're late or if they're a no-show, you can charge them, which we're going to show you how to do in just a minute. Okay, now if you had set to charge immediately, at the time of the booking, then we would save the card information on file for the customer, but we would also create a Clover order, and we would charge that Clover order using this card information immediately, okay, before we allow the booking. And so that card information would show up in the Clover, that charge would appear in the Clover Orders app, okay? So that's how you would do a booking. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you. Here's an example of a booking that we just did with a card on file. Okay, if you tap on the appointment and you tap on the customer's name, and you're going to see right here, see it says card on file, and it's got their expiration date and the Visa card information. Now, for that card on file, You can actually delete it if you need to. But something you need to know because of modern customer rights to information is when the customer puts their card on file with your salon or business, the customer gets an email from Clover, which allows them to manage their account with you. And from that manage account with you, they can remove a card on file. Okay, so every now and then you'll see a card on file disappear for a customer. That would be because the customer has elected to remove their information from your business, and that's just comes in modern doing business. Okay, that's also a reason why you might want to charge up front. Charge at the time of booking instead of just taking the card on file. Okay, we also just want to explain at the time of the booking, we're not actually putting a hold on the card. And the reason we're not putting a hold is because banks usually only honor a hold on a card for like 5 days. But many appointments might be booked for 2 weeks out or a month out. And so the hold would expire. So we don't actually put a hold on the card for a customer. We just put it on file, and we've checked to make sure it's a really good card. There's a slight chance that the card might get maxed out before you actually charge it. Okay. So you just need to be aware of the risks of working with credit cards with the scheduler. Okay, so that's how. Now, if you had a card on file with this appointment, let's say this appointment was a no-show. What you would do is tap on the appointment. See right here, it says $no-show. If you were to tap that button, we're going to ask you, hey, do you want to, there's a no-show here, and they'll be charged the amount of the deposit that the customer agreed to at the time that they booked online. And you could say, do you want to charge them? And you can say, if you say yes, then we're going to try to charge them. So right here, see credit card response approved as order, and we give you the Clover order number. So what's happened here is this customer is charged a no-show fee that they agreed to. And that's important in case they challenge the charge with the bank, is that they did agree to that charge. We give you the Clover order number, so you can look up this Clover order number in the Clover Orders app. You can find it. That's also how you can reverse this charge if you ever need to, is you can look up this Clover order number, and if you tap on that order on the Clover Orders app, you'll have the ability to do a refund if you need to. Okay, if it wasn't approved, you'd see it was declined. And usually that would be because their card got maxed out, or maybe because they removed the card on file. So that's how you would handle a card on file for a customer that booked online. Now, if they had already paid their deposit at the time of the booking, then if you were to tap on the appointment, well, it says charge now right now, okay. But what you would see instead is when you tap the checkout button. I'm going to go ahead and take you to a different site here real quick. Okay, so here's a Clover system now. Previously I was showing you on a Windows system. But so here's a Clover system. If you were to tap on an appointment, you're going to see deposit prepaid, and it'll tell you the amount that was already prepaid, and it'll give you the Clover order number where the prepayment occurred. Okay, so that's important because, again, you can look up this Clover order and you can do a refund or whatever else you want using the Clover Orders app, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. Now, if you were to tap checkout, what we do is we create the Clover order, and then we put the order, we put you on the Clover register, and we put a discount for the amount that they prepaid. Okay. So that way, the remaining balance is what they're going to pay out. Okay. So that's how it's going to work. Is if they've already prepaid at the time of the booking, you'll see a discount that appears on the order when you check it out from the scheduler. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you is the Clover Orders app. Let's go ahead and go to that Clover Orders app, and see, there it is right here, is Clover Orders app, and you'll be able to find in the Clover Orders app. So you can do a search for orders, and here's the order number. Okay, so you can search for order number right here. Like I can type J9T. There it is right there. And I can tap on the order, and see, this was a cash order. If it was a credit card order, you can tap on the credit card. It'll give you details, and you'll be able to tap refund, and the customer would get a refund on that particular order. Okay, so that's how it works with the scheduler. Again, if you elected to take the deposit at the time of the booking, then when you check out, we're going to tell you that there's a deposit, but when you check out, we're going to add a discount to the order of the amount that they already prepaid. Okay, and the order number will be on there so you can look it up. Okay, last thing is, well, how do you take a card on file information if somebody were to book in the salon? Okay, so I'm going to show that to you real quick. Okay, so you would pick a customer just like you do, and once you pick a customer, you're going to see that if they don't have a card on file, you can choose this option that says Add Card on File. When you tap that, you're going to be given the ability. Now, this again is a secure window into Clover, and you'll be able to put in their card information, their email, which is required because they're going to get that email from Clover allowing them to remove the card on file. You're going to do Save Card on File. Okay. When you do that, that's the way that you would store the information on behalf of the customer for any appointment. Now, this would only work for newer Clover devices. If you don't see anything here, we'll just give you a warning that if you have an older Clover, you won't be able to do this, but you can still enter card information from your app that's on your phone or on Windows. Okay, so if your Clover is an older Clover and you can't access this, you can still use it that way. Okay, so that's how it works with cards on file. You're able to, again, you can take cards on file online, and when you take them online, you can charge up front, or you can do just a card on file, so you can charge them if they're a no-show or a late fee. Then I showed you how to do this for how to take card information for somebody you book in the salon. Last thing I want to show you is if you have card information on file for a customer, you're able, under this action button right here, you can tap Collect Deposit or Collect Cash Deposit. If you tap Collect Deposit, well, you can enter the amount of the deposit, and we will charge their card on file the amount of the deposit, and we'll store that information on this appointment. So once again, when you check out, we will add a discount to the checkout for the amount that they've already paid as a deposit. Okay, so you can do that as another way to charge if you wanted to charge a deposit, it can be a cash deposit or it can be a card on file. Either way, you can do that.